Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Do you feel like you have made a connection with any of the ladies?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
When you say that, I say this.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book 91. We're talking to you guys about Ready to Love. Just breaking down an exclusive clip that was on OWN TV, talking about Justice talking to Khadian. And I wanted to break down a little bit as well about his behavior, because I think it's quite interesting to hear Justice. He uses this deep, I don't want to say it's fake deep, but I would rather say that he goes really deep, or tries to be really deep, when answering questions. There's aspects of deflection in there. There's aspects of intentionally trying to miss the question that's been asked and answer it in a very obscure way. And this is actually a self-defense mechanism. This is a way that people use to actually protect themselves from going deeper vulnerably with that individual person. But we'll talk a little bit more about that on this particular episode. If you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor, like it, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated, because the streets out there are hot. Let's continue playing this and let's get some info in.
Back to you. It doesn't have to be a connection of romance. It doesn't have to be a connection of, putting you in a position where you're mine. It's a connection of love, right?
So right here, it's interesting. When Khadian talks about, do you think you're connecting with the ladies? You know what she means, right? Because if he doesn't know what she means, then I have to honestly be honest and say, then this has given me, and I'm trying to remember what the actual term is. Oh, I have to find it again. But I spoke about this with about AJ last few seasons back. I spoke about this with Corey as well, that there's a particular line of thinking, the way that some people think, right? And it's not normal to a lot of us, the way they think. Because if he doesn't understand that when she said about connection, she genuinely meant about romantic connection, then he adds, oh, the connection doesn't have to be romantic, it can be this, it can be that kind of. But you know that's not what, if you know that's not what she's really saying, then you're intentionally deflecting on purpose. You're trying to avoid her a question and answering it correctly. Now, there is no biggie about answering this question. It's not even invasive. It's just like, do you think you've connected with the ladies? Yes or no? Yeah, I think I've connected with the ladies. But I think he already kind of knows that if he says yes, she's going to come with something that's going to challenge that. And if she challenges it, that's going to be not necessarily a warfare, but it does mean now if she challenges the issue, she challenges him. And I always say this about a lot of us as people, we have fragile egos, man. And a lot of times people have this fragile ego. It links to the wrong behavior equals wrong me, or wrong being. And so that accepting faults and accepting that you're wrong can be very, very difficult, because it would mean accepting that you yourself are wrong. Alternatively, also, there are times where people don't want to accept the truth of what they're doing because it's embarrassing, it's shameful, right? It hurts. Rejection doesn't feel good, do you know what I mean? But let's be very honest. If he says he's connected with ladies, which he is, one or two of them he actually is. With Chanika, he did it. With Looney, he did it. There were some connections there. But you know exactly what she meant when she said about connection. So let's dive a little bit deeper again, and see what they're saying.
Love is not contained.
Yeah, but we're
So in
not
other
here
words-
for that type of love.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out, what do you mean, we? Who's we?
For everyone in this process.
Whoa. Well,
Again, see at this moment, and do you know what it is as well? I'll be honest with you, ladies, you have to avoid this type of man. It's that simple. I need you to not do the very thing I keep telling you guys not to do. We don't jump fences here. We don't jump walls. We don't jump guards. We're not jumping castles. We're not jumping forts. We're not doing it. Yeah, 2022 going on to 2023. We're not jumping these fences and guards and walls, yeah, to try and figure out what the person's about. Dodge them at all costs. If they can't answer a straight question, he knows exactly what you're talking about. She said, that's not what we're here for. We're not here for the extra connections per se. We're not here for friendship of the opposite sex. That's not what we're here for. It's ready to love, not ready to friend. It's ready to love. And so there is none of this whole aspect of trying to befriend people. And he's intentionally deflecting. If not, like I said, we have to consider, they have to consider whether, the faculties, I have to be honest, they have to consider faculties, whether he thinks differently in a particular way. So I'm looking at going, why are you intentionally deflecting from the situation? You know what she's describing. It's very straight. At least we know one thing about Khadian. She's very direct to the point. That I can respect about Khadian 100%. She ain't trying to play with you. And I respect that. That means there is no area of grey to be like, oh, is that what you meant? Or that's not what you want. No. That's literally what she's saying. Let's watch a bit more.
We're not here for a humanitarian award and stuff like that.
Well, that's the thing. Why do you think that, though?
Because we know the purpose of this process.
But you're talking in we's. Is that the way you feel? Because you can't.
Do you see what he's doing right now? He's jesting. So what he's doing here is actually, he's like, you're talking about we's. Are you talking about you now? Like, this guy is playing. Right? And when people play, you don't play with them. No. Never play with the players when they're being serious about trying to play and be obscure and be intentionally deflecting. Don't play with them. This is an ultimate red flag. If you date someone like this, don't complain at the end when things don't go south and it don't make sense. Because they're showcasing to you already. They can't answer things directly. Now, maybe it's because maybe he's doing this intentionally, specifically more with Khadian, because those questions also came out a bit like with Trinika as well. The same kind of when he was being questioned. I don't think he likes being questioned. I don't think he likes that aspect. But did I say that he gave another obscure kind of answer, but maybe not as obscure, depending, with April when he talked about the stars and the cosmos love, right? So instead of just saying, "Do you want marriage?" he said, "No, cosmos love." Just answer the question. Right? There's always a need to try and untangle himself and not stick in a particular place with the answer. It's like if you bring that question to him again, it's like, well, hey, you know what? What did I tell you? I didn't say it like that. It's like, okay, so do you want marriage or not? It should be yes or no. I'm more interested in the cosmos, love. Okay, so do you want marriage or not? I'm all interested in the cosmos, love. That's what it means. You know, and it's the same thing he's doing here with Khadian. Like, he's like, you're saying we, who's we? Like, nobody's here for friendship. They were here for love. Of course, they have other alternative agendas. But the main thing is, you're here for love, right?
Can't just wrap everybody
I'm talking to the ladies in the lounge. I'm going to speak for the ladies in general.
Okay.
I think most of the ladies here are open to indulge in the opportunity versus some of the men like yourself, they aren't.
Well, this is the thing, yeah.
So again, Khadian being very, very clear and very, very direct as well. The men are open, the women are open to this process, to trying to indulge and trying to find a partner, or whatever. Whether you agree with that or not doesn't make a difference. And it's a very straight answer concise from Khadian, and it's very polite as well. I would say from Khadian as well. I don't know if because maybe she feels that she met her match a little bit in terms of the fact that he can give, as much as he's direct, he's also a bit of a slippery one as well, so you have to it's hard to nail him down, maybe, who knows. And obviously as well, they really had their tiff, haven't they? They really had their tiff episodes ago as well, so it's interesting to kind of see how he's going to answer again. Watch this as well.
Your understanding of the process could be different than mine.
So what's your understanding? Okay.
My understanding of the process is that if you're able to be ready for love, it starts with self-love, which is yourself.
You can't.
What? If you're ready for love, then it starts with self. But again, unnecessarily deep. Where the process is about relationship. Ready to love. Are you ready to love? Are you ready to find love? That's the real question. But he's gone deep again. And now maybe there could be editing. But he's gone deep again. Unnecessarily gone deep again. About what this process really stands for. What do you think Ready to Love stands for? Put it in the chat. Put it in the comment section below. What do you feel Ready to Love stands for? Does it stand for what he's saying? It's just like, when people are trying to be unnecessarily deep, they're really just trying to protect themselves from being vulnerable with somebody. They're really protecting themselves from actually opening themselves up. And there's oftentimes a fear of rejection, hence why they play these games. If I don't answer straight, you don't get close to me. And they live on the peripheral of people, because then what happens is they can always jump back. They're in control of their emotions and their feelings. If I'm too emotional or if I feel too much, I give you too much power. So I keep myself on the edge.
Came here for self-love?
No, I came here to share self-love. So in other words, if I'm in a place of self-love, then I'm able to give that to another person. I'm just trying to figure out, let's talk about you.
Again, a very long way of going around to the answer of what Ready to Love is here for, what you're actually here for. I get it. Self-love is important because then it leads to you actually being able to love other people correctly. I agree. That's got nothing to do with the answer we're answering right now. Extra additives added to the situation which aren't necessary. And I wish I remember what the thing was. But yeah, it's just mad. It's like you're doing too much. But anyway, listen, let me leave it there. Like it, share, subscribe, guys. Click on the bell button for notification of uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, so loaded. Don't forget as well, to click on the links down below. Grab your ticket because we're in a US tour live panel show as well, coming to you guys in October. Okay, so grab your tickets down below. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, stay loaded. We'll see you again very, very soon. Much love.